Good afternoon, employees, patrons, and customers of Amalgamated Industries, to Amalgamated Baseball Grounds here in Schenectady, New York, for this afternoon's game. This afternoon's game features the Philadelphia Brown Trousers as they take on Amalgamated Baseball Holdings. At this time, we will introduce the starting lineup and batting order for the visiting Philadelphia Brown Trousers. Batting first, the third baseman, number 9, Bent Wildly. Batting second, the right fielder, number 11, Hogue Wilson. Batting third, the center fielder, number 48, Greep Barlow. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 2, Murky Goodbar. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 14, Ding Low. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 12, Pickles Dillhoffel. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 6, Willie Pregnett. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 4, Mickey Lice. And batting ninth, the pitcher, number 51, Raleigh Mullins. And please give a company-authorized cheer to your home side, Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, as they take the field. The second baseman, number 42, Todd Gonzalez. The shortstop, number 8, Bobson Dugnut. The first baseman, number 37, Willie Dustis. The center fielder, number 24, Mike Truck. The third baseman, number 49, Ortiz Ranches. The right fielder, number 5, Dean Westry. The left fielder, number 11, Mike Sanandez. The catcher, number 6, Ray McSriff. And taking the mound, the starting pitcher for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, number 79, Oral Mulholland. And once more, let's give a company-authorized cheer for our home side, co-workers, colleagues, and friends of ABH.
Good afternoon to you. Coming company-wide across the Amalgamated Radio for the working class. This is Pip Cleverly here on WGY, giving you play-by-play for today's game between the Philadelphia Brown Trousers, currently 6-12, and Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, starting things off at 8-10. That's going to start things off with a strikeout of Bent Wildly as Oral Mulholland. That is strikeout number 11 for Mr. Mulholland. 2-2 his record so far as he gives up a single right up the middle to Hogue Wilson. And Mulholland was 2-0 in his nursery league games, playing for wholly owned baseball subsidiaries. An ERA of 2.10. He's currently at an ERA of 3.07 in his early career here in the Continental League. And that should be to Gonzalez. Dugnut back to Dustis. A Fancy Dan to end the inning. Fancy Dan double play brought to you by Fancy Dan. Follicle products. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. And we get things started with Todd Gonzalez up the middle with a single. Bring up Bobson Dugnut. Gonzalez was betting just under 300. Dugnut is at 371, and he is in fact going to foul that one out to the glove of Murky Goodbar. On the mound for Philadelphia is Raleigh Mullins, who was part of the Memphis Mud Pigs. They were the winners of the Nursery League earlier this season. Facing witty Justice, who is a bit of a revelation in his batting. However, he's going to hit into a fancy down double play to end the inning for ABH. So after one, a hit apiece, no score, and those double plays, both of them, brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan, and there are assortments of crimping powders, hair lubricants, and gelatin-based styling treatments. Murky Goodbar, batting 352, hits that one high and far to Dean Westbury in right field. For out number one, this is Ding Low, who is come in for Trant Sovin as the catcher. He's only played 9 games so far, and he's hit 4 home runs, batted in 7 runs. He is proving to be quite the dangerous batsman for Philadelphia. Perhaps they found a new starting catcher. However, he is going to ground that one, hit that one right to Ortiz Ranchez. And that is scooped up by Mike Hernandez. So Pickles Dildhoffel records out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning recorded by ABH and Philadelphia. This is been the issue. They've been trying to find a batting order, a lineup, any sort of help to really push along their season. They finished second place last year. However, Mike Truck hits home run number 6 for him this season, and career home run number 27 for Mike Truck. He hit 21 home runs in 42 games last season. That is number 6 for Mr. Truck. And Ortiz Ranchez gets on with a single that is lined out to center. Brief Barlow with that one. And it's Dean Westbury with 0 outs for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, bottom of the second. Foul for strike 1. And Mickey Lai scoops that one up. It should be, yes, a Fancy Dan double play. Third double play of the game already. Gets Ranchez at second, Westbury at first. And here is Mike Hernandez. Pops that one high up into the air. Gets jammed on that pitch. This is the first one, though. And Willie Pregnant scoops it into his glove, or cradles it into his glove for out number 3. Well, after 2, it is the Mike Truck home run to Industry, brought to you by Industry Brand. Fragrances, perfumes, and colognes. Asking you, why would you smell like anything else in the world when you can smell like Industry? Willie Pregnant, left fielder, getting things started. He smashes that one. It might be higher than it is far. Mike Truck kind of gets under it, and yes, he can, in fact, make the catch for out number 1. Mickey Lice, the shortstop, not been the best of batsmen, but he is a fielding general for the Brown Trousers. They will happily bring him in, and he's going to hit that one not cleanly. Justice gets it. Null Holland makes the step onto the base for out number 2. Here is Raleigh Mullings, the pitcher, and on his first pitch, he's going to swing at that one. Right to Gonzalez, throw to Justice, and that is a 1-2-3 inning yet again. Well, a roundabout way of doing it, but Philly have batted around a 1-2-3 inning each inning. However, one hit reversed by the double play. Ray McSwift coming in as the backup catcher today, giving Raul Chamberlain a bit of a day off. Only his 5th game he's played today. He's not had too much to do, and he's struck out swinging, so strikeout there, number 1 for Raleigh Mullings. That is strikeout number 10 for Mr. Mullings this season. And Oral Null Holland, Mullings, not too bad, 1-2 for a rookie season. 5.33 is ERA, so a bit needs to work on a bit, but that goes right off his glove. Is it going to be recovered in time? Perhaps it is not. I don't know if that will be an error, but Null Holland is on first. And we go to the top of the order with Todd Gonzalez. Singles that one to right field. So Wilson grabs it, and it is runners on first and second with 1 out. We keep things going for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings with Bobson Dugnut. Currently batting .371. 7 runs batted in, home run. His productivity has come from singles, and he's kind of been locked into that second spot in the batting order. Well, there might be a run batted in for him, and perhaps one. The throw to home, not in time. He gets a single, but he bats in one. It is 2-0 for ABH. RBI number 8 for Mr. Dugnut. And Willie Justice has hit 4 home runs so far this season. And he's going to strike out, looking for out number 2. Bringing back around Mike Truck with 2 runners on. He hit a home run in the second inning. If I'm Raleigh Mullings, I might be quivering just a bit in fear of what Mr. Truck can do. He's going to place it right up the center. Greep Barlow fields it. The throw not in time. It's an RBI single for Mr. Truck. And that is RBI number 14 for him this season. So a bit slower, not keeping up with the league leaders in his statistics, for the man who dominated literally every batting statistic last season. However, it is good to see him coming alive again, as Ortiz Ranchez hits a single and loads the bases for Dean Westry. Westry has already hit 4 home runs this season, 7 RBIs. He's batting .333. That's going to cause at least 1 to come home. It's a blooper right to center field. That's going to bring home 2 with that single. So Dean Westry is up to 9 RBIs this season. And the chain keeps coming with Mike Sanandez here in the bottom of the 3. A 4-run inning so far for ABH, and that will be right to Mullings. Throw, and Goodbar is there to happily accept the ball for out number 3. Well, 4 runs are scored off of 6 hits that inning, and it is suddenly quite the game for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings. 5-0 going into the top of the 4th. Facing Ben Wildwood. And that'll be an easy one. Second pitch right to Bobson Dugnut. Throw in time to Dustis. Hogue Willison had a single in the first. He's going to smash that one. Is it high and far enough? It is to industry. A home run for Philadelphia. Home run number 4 for Mr. Wilson. And it is 5-1, bringing up Greep Barlow. Sort of had a bit of a down spell in his batting. Only batting .246 this season. Last season his average was .321, and he's going to ground out right to first for 2 outs. And Murky Goodbar, first baseman, clean up spot, smashes that one with quite the vim and vigor. And it goes into the third base side of the fans. Well, he's on with a single to keep things going for Philadelphia. 2 outs, and here comes Ding Low. He's a dangerous batsman, very dangerous batsman to have to face off against. And it's fortunate that he pops that one up behind home plate. It is easy for Ray McSmith. And that will bring us to the bottom of the 4th. So still the 1 run scored by Hogue Wilson. Stranding 1 runner as well. That was a Hogue Wilson home run. His 4th, I believe, of the season, if my stats correct me. And with the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th, Ray McSmith hits that one right to Greep Barlow, pops it up into center field, and it's a pitcher spot. Oral Mulholland facing Raleigh Mullings. Already at 39 pitches this game so far, and Mulholland is going to be on with another single, so 2-2. Although we're not certain that that's going to be an error or not for Mulholland, his first at-bat. I haven't gotten word from the official scorers whether or not, but Todd Gonzalez is 2 for 2 with singles apiece in the first and third inning. Batted home by Mike Truck in the third. And he's batting .297 coming into today, of course not counting today's 2 for 2 performance. He's 2 home runs, but 9 runs batted in so far, and he has yet to do any of those today, so that is going to stay at that. Going to hit it right to bend wildly to Dillharfel. Fancy down. Brings it into potentially a run there. Yes, I believe that will be Null Holland reach on an error in the bottom of the third, so it is 1-for-1 for him. And we go to the top of the fifth. Pickles Dillharfel facing Oral Null Holland, who's only thrown 34 pitches so far. Very locked in today as he pops that one off Dillharfel, and he's over 2 today, going over to Dean Westry. Willie Pregnant is up now. Pregnant has found his way back into the starting lineup in left field, and he's going to hit that one right to Willie Dustis for out number 2. 0 for 2 today for him. Mickey Lice is up, and now suddenly it seems it's the bottom of the order for the Philadelphia Brown Trousers that is not having any sort of production. And Lice lines that one right to Willie Dustis. Out number 3, and we head to the bottom of the 5th. Raleigh Mullings back on the mound for Philadelphia. Facing Bobson Dugnut. Swings at that one. That was inside. Got him fooled on that one. And pops it up. Should be an easy one if it's in, stays in play. No, it's out of play for 0 to the count. And Dugnut hits 1 and 2. Swing at that one. That's going to go look alive over there. That is heading into the first baseline seats. Really working that pitch count of Raleigh Mullings. And he gets him struck out swinging. Mullings with his 3rd strikeout of the game. And strikeout number 12 of his career here in Philadelphia. Career of this season. And Dustis hits that one right to Mickey Lice. The throw to Goodbar in time for out number 2. This is Mike Rock. Pop that one right to Lice again, and it's very much the same. The throw to Goodbar. Good for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Mullings, much needed after getting high up in his pitch count. And it looks like that will be it for him. And so he gets through. He gets through 5. And he will come out for Truss Grundleson. Truss Grundleson is batting .269. And he hits it just past the 3rd baseline. He's going to be on with extra bases. And he's on with a double, so Truss Grundleson coming in as a pinch hitter. He is a right fielder. They're usually coming in for Hogue Wilson, who wasn't playing his position today. Top of the order, it's Bent Wildly, who is going to step on the bag. So that moves Grundleson to 3rd. And that's going to bring him home. So it's going to be 5-2 as Hogue Wilson, now responsible for both runs in this game, with an RBI double. He is 3 for 3 today, and he is a triple away from the cycle. Well, Greet Barlow is up. He is 0 for 2 today. What a day for Hogue Wilson. And gets Barlow swinging at that one. 1 and 2 for Orono Holland. Still yet to hit, and he gets him striking out looking. 2nd strikeout of the game for Null Holland. Number 12 for him in this career at AB. And I said career again. I actually meant in this season. He had 18 strikeouts in his 4 games with wholly owned baseball opportunity subsidiaries. Excuse me. And he's going to walk Murky Goodbar, bring up Ding Low. So that's not the person you want to bring on when he represents the tying run. Low smashes that one with quite the moxie. It's going to drop at the warning track. 1 run is going to score. A 2nd is rounding 3rd. Low stops at 2nd. It is a 5-4 game. Ding Low with a 2 RBI double. That is RBIs numbers 8 and 9 for him. And here comes Pickles Dillharfel, who's over 2 today. 2 outs, and Null Holland seems to be a bit concerned. Getting some calming words from his teammates. Crowd trying to rally for him, get back into it. And it's going to be a line drive up the center. Mike Truck fields it well and holds the runner at that third, which is Ding Low. Dillhaffel's at first. And it looks like Poonsley Fair is going to come in for Pickles Dillhaffel. So Poonsley Fair is a pinch runner. He's going to be coming in at second base as well, as I imagine. This is Willie Pregnant, who's 0 for 2 today, and that should be easily played by Gonzalez. The ground ball thrown to Dustis for this one. Dick Doodlebick is coming in out of the bullpen to replace Roddy Marlings. Of course, that was Truss Grundleson. And Dick Doodlebick this is his this is, if I look correctly, this is appearance number 8 for him. And he gets Ortiz Ranchez struck out. Maybe he was staring at that one, so I'm going to put that back in the case. This is Doodlebick's 6th strikeout season. He's only pitched 11 in the 3rd inning, so he's going to be coming in a little bit. And a decent reliever. His ERA is 7.94, so that's not the best. But he's already gotten 2 outs already, and he's going to put Fernandez on with his first pitch with a ground ball to Hogue Wilson in right field. And that is easily grabbed by Dinglow. The throw to Justice in time. Stranding 1. Mike Fernandez stranded for ABH, and we head to and that'll be a great first out. And Doodlebick will stay in this one. As it looks like, so Lice was the first out. Doodlebick does not get good contact on that one, and that is out number 2. And we head back to the top of the order, so Bent Wildly is on with a single, his first hit of the game. That gets all the way out to Mike Truck in center field. Still a 1-run game, bit dicey. Now Hogue Wilson is a triple away from the cycle. He represents the go-ahead run. But he is not able to get it. He's going to ground that one right to Dugnut to throw to Gonzalez. Well, the fielder's choice. That's his first out he's recorded all season, all game. And we head back into the bottom of the 7th. Null Holland's day will end. And Ick Fleury, batting .250 this season. 1 RBI, only 16 at-bats. He's only played in 5 games. But he's going to be on with a double as he grounds that one all the way to the warning track. And Ick Fleury does his job to try to give a little bit more of a breathing room for ABH. That's going to be right to the glove of Barlow. Todd Gonzalez suddenly caught the fielders playing it up early. Fleury will tag up. He is 90 feet away. And here is Bobson Dugnut. That is fair, right to first base. It is a sacrifice, so it does score the 1 run and make this a 6-4 game. So ABH have a 2-run lead now with Dugnut's single sacrifice hit right off the first baseline. Fielded by Good Bob. And 2 outs. It is Willie Dustis, 1 and 2 count. Doodlebick has thrown 15 pitches. That is number 16. Is it high and far enough? No, it's to the warning track and into the glove of Brief Follow. Bring in Dwight Rochigal. So Greep Barlow here in the top of the 8th will face Dwight Rochigal, who I imagine will be needed for primarily this out, these 3 outs, as I imagine they would want to go to Mario McIlwain for the close. And that's going to drop into the gap between right and center. Dean Westbury fields it. It's a double for Greet Barlow to get things started here in the top of the 8th. This is Murky. Good bar. He is 1 for 2 today. Also a walk, and that's going to be an easy one. And caught into a rundown is, that's it. That double play, they got Barlow. Well, that was a huge, huge play. They caught Barlow in the rundown. And that actually would have been bases, that would have been runs scored as Ding Low is on with a double all the way to center field. 2 outs, keeping the inning alive. What heads-up fielding by Amalgamated Baseball Holding. Catching Greet Barlow in the rundown, getting him at second. And nearly making a meal of it, but Ding Low would have certainly batted in at least one of those runs. Instead, he remains at second base with Hoonsley fair. Wicket Portugal's ERA is 6 as he takes faces Pickles Dilhaffel. Excuse me, Hoonsley fair, who's hitting 148 and will walk fair. His first at bat today, coming in for Pickles Dilhaffel as a pinch runner, and he is on first. So the tying run is on first base. This is Willie Pregnant, not yet able to get a hit this game. 3-1 the count for Rochegel, and he's going to walk, loading the bases for Mickey Lice. Well, I am questioning what they are doing with Wicket Rochegel. He has now walked 2 batsmen in a row, and Lice makes contact, hits it very high. It should be easy for Mike Truck. He gets under it, and well, it was a bit close. We go into the bottom of the 8th with Dick Doodlebick pitching. Couple runners stranded. Big outs gotten by our boys in blue and gold. White today, of course, but Mike Truck is going to swing, and that is home run number 2 for Mike Truck today. To industry. Second home run today for Mike Truck. Home run number 7 for him. And Ortiz Ranchez now has a 3-run lead to play with, and that first pitch was almost aiming for his kneecap. Ranchez will make contact right to the glove of Willie Pregnant, out number 1. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Mike Truck. Home runs in the 8th and the 2nd. Both solo home runs, both leadoff home runs. Accounts for 2 of the 7 home runs that Amalgamated Baseball Holdings have scored in this game. And boy, are they scoring those home runs in bunches. Dean Westbury, is he going high and far to industry again? It's 8-4 to industry. What a shot from Dean Westbury. Home run number 5 for Mr. Westbury. That is his 3rd run batted in today. He's responsible for 3 of those 8. An RBI, a 2 RBI single in the 3rd inning, and that is Mike Fernandez having a tough day today. Mike Fernandez, as he pops that one up into right field to Hogue Wilson, and Ray McSriff equally trying day. He's 0 for 3, facing Dick Doodlebick still, who's still pitching, even though he has allowed 2 home runs this inning. Hoonsley Fair is able to dive on it, and Doodlebick gets the first base for the out. That's the 3rd out of this, and ABH now have a chance to get the win in this one. Doodlebick will come out for Trant Sovin. Raul Chamberlain coming in as the catcher, and it looks like Portugal. But with no save situation, Portugal will stay in this one. Ron Sobin, the other catcher, has been batting 159 this season. 2 home runs, 4 runs batted in. And that's going to find the glove of Ortiz Ranchez. So that is out number 1. And we go to the top of the order with Bent Wildly. Over the head of Portugal and over to Mike Truck, who fields it very efficiently, keeping Wildly on with a single. It is high. It is not far enough. Mike Truck is able to see it in the sky, get it, and that is out number 2. So the final out could be Grifalo. He hits that one foul. That is foul number 2. And bit of contact right to Portugal. Throw in time to Dustis, and that will be the game. Well, that will do it for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings. In this first game of the series against the Philadelphia Brown Trousers, the final score, Philadelphia 4 runs off 11 hits with 1 error. Amalgamated Baseball Holdings 8 runs off 13 hits. What a day that was. 3 home runs hit by ABH, who from Mike Truck, 1 from Dean Westry. The winning pitcher is Oral Noel Holland. Noel Holland will get, I believe that will be win number 3 for Oral Noel Holland. He will improve to 3-2. Raleigh Mullings with the loss drops to 1-3. Dwiggett Portugal gets what I believe is his first save of the season. It is, so that is his first save of the season. Only 0 earned runs, so that will definitely improve his statistics, as he gave ABH 2 very strong innings, the 8th and the 9th, to solidify the win for our boys in Schenectady. ABH improved to 9-10. Philadelphia dropped to 6-13 with 2 more games to go in this 3-game series. We thank our friends at the Honeywell Tobacco Company for bringing us our finest standees of the day. The Honeywell Tobacco Company, fresh hand-rolled cigarettes grown in the fabled tobacco roads of the Carolinas. They are good for any occasion. They are good for the doctor's office, the work office, the home office, while you're sleeping in bed with your partner, right before having a good nap, or, of course, the dinner table or your children's bedtime story. Any time is a good time for a honey wheat cigarette. That is, of course, hand-rolled cigarettes grown in the fabled tobacco roads of the Carolinas. Our third final standing is Dean Westry hitting that home run, going 2 for 4. A 3 RBI day for Mr. Westry. Of course, his other hit was a 2 RBI single. Hogue Wilson gets the second final standing of the day, and as he should, bully to him for going 3 for 5 with a home run, a single and a double. No triple to go for the cycle. He batted in 2, of course, from that home run and the double. But our finest standing of the day, getting a complimentary carton of honey wheat cigarettes, is Mike Truck, going 3 for 4 with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. That is the Honey Wheat Tobacco Company, always reminding you and humbly requesting that you smoke wheat every day. Well, that's our broadcast for today. We will be back again in, I believe, 2 days' time for the next of our 3-game series. If I just want to double check. Yes, in 2 games, we will be off tomorrow, but 2 days' time will be game number 2, and then game number 3 following that, as Brown Trousers remain in town for the rest of this series. Our next game in 2 days' time will be Shown for Cart against Hash Buffums, and then the aces for the teams, Tim Wakefield taking on Moose Marsage in game number 3, in a game that I think both starting pitchers could really use a win. So those, of course, will all be broadcast here on WGY Amalgamated Radio for the working class. But of course, that concludes our broadcast. We ask that you please enjoy the rest of your day. Once again, my name is Pip Cleverly. This is Radio WGY, and please report to your work tomorrow at your regularly scheduled times.